Niamh here with
Rainbow
and
Bridget.
All right, so you know what's coming around the corner?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, that's right. And you guys are in elementary school and you guys do the Valentine's Day cards for all your classmates, right?
Yeah, and I got a Valentine gift.
Oh, okay. Well, so now it's time to make our Valentine's Day cards. So I brought out 3 pieces of Bristol board. And this is an 11 by 14 inch Bristol board, and the third one I cut in half. So one of these is going to make 16 cards, and then there's going to be 8 more that are made from the smaller one. Okay?
Okay, I need the 8 more because I have more than 16 in my class.
Yes, I know. That's why but you guys have less than
17. I have 17 people.
Yes, but you also have your teachers and stuff. So, so we have the extra sheet for the extra things. So what we're going to do, I pulled out a whole bunch of art supplies. I pulled out the drawer that has all the Spectrum Noir color pencils in there, and some of your guys' markers are also in this. I also pulled out the soft pastels. I pulled out some watercolors. So
I see pencils back there.
Yes, there are pencils back there, but we're basically going to do, we're going to color the whole page of these, and then I'm going to chop them up, okay?
Okay.
So the design is your choice. So you probably don't want to draw really like detailed things because they will be chopped up. But so basically we're going to go for a nice design, okay? You could probably do some small things here or there, but know that they could be chopped in half. So just think about that as you're making it, okay? So before we start in on this, if you want to use watercolors, we got to use that first, okay? Because the color pencils and the soft pastels would go on top of the watercolors. So you don't have to use watercolors, but once you start using other things, you can't add watercolors on top. So do you want to do a watercolor background first? And then once we're done with that, we can dry it and you can start decorating it with these, or do you want to just do these?
Do watercolors.
You want to do watercolors.
I don't really know. I think I might want to do watercolors because I'm thinking of like a bright purple background.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this out of the way for right now. And then I'm going to put this right here, which you guys can share. Here's the bucket. I'm going to get some more brushes for you guys. And I will get a rag so that you can dry the brush on that, okay? All right, so we're starting off and doing some watercolors here, and I realized pretty quickly that the girls their brushes, they needed to use some bigger brushes because they just weren't covering enough area, and I went in and helped Rhiannon a little bit by covering the whole page with water. Now, as you can see, they're buckling a little bit because these are Bristol boards, so they're not actually watercolor paper. Yeah, so, but you know, once we dry it, it'll flatten out, and yeah, but this was a way to cover the whole page, and Bridget's a little bit more stingy about when she lets me to help and when she doesn't.
I'm gonna start by like using the soft pastels. Right up there. I'm mixing a little bit. So you can, no, don't do that.
Okay, so you want pink. Which one are you using? That one?
Well, also do different colors. Do whatever colors you want.
Okay.
But do not mix. But make them dark, please.
Well, I'll try to, but let me dry this a little bit.
Wow. I didn't try this.
Well, one way to help you turn it over and wet the other side, and that'll help keep it flat to the ground, to the thing here. That way. See how it's flattening out now?
Ooh, I like that. How come we didn't do that to mine?
I didn't think about it. But yours says mostly flattened anyway.
You can also help me on the big ones, because there's a lot of stuff. You can do lots of colors on mine.
So what Rhiannon wanted to do with hers is she wanted to draw one big picture with the soft pastels, and then when we chopped it all up to make the Valentine's Day cards for her class, then her classmates could put all their Valentine's Day cards together and see the image, which was a really good idea. The only problem is that, you know, individually on certain cards, you know, there were like 2 cards that were all blue because of the blue duck there. But, you know, that's okay. But she had some really cute ones too. Like down in the water, there were little fishies, and that was really cute and turned out really well. And there were some great points where it was just a heart, which was perfect for a Valentine's Day card. And Bridget did a bit more of an all-over print, and I actually was showing her how to flatten that a bit more, which was to put water on the backside. That way, when you use a heat gun to dry it, it does go back to being more flat, whereas we forgot to do that with Rhiannon's, so it's a bit more curved, but that's okay. So Rhiannon's top one, she wanted to do boats. So I started doing some of the work on that for her, and she added some to that, and I also showed her how to blend a little bit with that as well. And Bridget did a bunch of hearts and kitty faces and dots, and yeah, just very creative. Yeah. So I did forget to take a picture of these artworks before we chopped them all up. I totally meant to take a picture of them, and then, you know, the whole pieces were going to be at the end of the video, but we did, I forgot about that until I was like halfway through chopping these up, and that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. But so at the end, I did try to put them all together, though some of Bridget's is missing because once she did all her classmates' cards, she kept the rest of them in a separate place. So when I put hers all back together, I couldn't find, like, there were a couple that were missing, so that's okay. So I chopped these down to be 3.5 by 2.5 inches. Basically, I think that's the size of artist trading cards, but that's a good size for Valentine's Day cards, for school Valentine's Day cards. So yeah, and some of these I chopped one side off the excess, because there's about an inch left over, and you know, I just picked the right, you know, whatever side didn't have very much on it. So I'm getting near the end of these, and we're gonna show some of the pictures. All right, so we're doing the last little bit here. So now we're at the picture part here, and here we are. So yep, these are Bridget's. A couple of them are missing. I think one's missing. And then Rhiannon's, and her boat, and her giant duck. And yeah, so these turned out really cool. I hope their classmates really like these. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone, and see you next time. Later, creators. Bye.